Can I raise what? Raise the camera? How's that? Okay. Hey guys. Happy Monday to everyone. Hi Jace. I would say hi to Rocco, but apparently he's hammering some cheeseburgers. Maybe. Ryan, you all right, buddy? It's dark in there, man. I'm just playing with it. You don't have to turn the light on. I'm just messing. Just waiting for my special guest tonight. Mr. Aponte should be on here in a minute. What's up, Rick Prince? How you like that Street Outlaws with the Le-Vel logo on the windshield? Someone got them. That's all it takes. Quick story before Aaron jumps on. So our cars were filthy. We have a car wash station here at our complex. And I was just too lazy to go out to the car wash and let them wash it and everything. So I figured I'd go do it myself. I'm washing my car, and a lady walks up to me and she says, "Tell me, what is this Le-Vel stuff? I see your car and I see this black car with all this Le-Vel stuff all over it." So I start talking to her and she says, "You know, I do a keto lifestyle and I do pretty good, but I'd like to lose some more weight." And I'm like, "We work really well with keto." She's like, "Okay, give me some information on it and I'll let you know." So I ran out of my 1, 2, 3 brochures, and I just gave her my instruction card. I'm like, "This is all I have, but look up my URL on here and you'll know some more information. Just text me if you have any questions." She called me 5-10 minutes ago. She's like, "So I just placed my first order. I have an auto ship next month." She's like, "I got some questions." I'm like, "You ordered and now you have questions? Perfect." So that's how easy it is. Just washing the car. She just comes out and places an order. So it's that easy, people. Welcome, Mr. Aponte. You're muted here. Let's unmute you. There you go. How are you, my brother?
Good, man. Busy day today. It's a Monday today, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely
busy Monday.
Thank you so much for taking some time out to Zoom with my team, because they all love you and everyone follows you, and you're a very motivational person. You kick my ass every month, so I appreciate that.
You trying to tell me you're kicking mine this month? Is that how you're rolling?
I'm just saying you ain't kicking my ass that good this month. I'm sorry.
All right now. You didn't
I
put
just
that
got
down
another one,
yet.
so I'm at 6 so far, and it's only the 5th. I got 6. Where are you at?
I got 3, man, but all right.
All right. I'm just saying I got twice as many for right now.
All right. Hey, y'all, I hope your whole team is watching this and hearing.
Listen, they're all taking notes because they're going to break my balls the minute you beat me.
The minute. Matter of fact, I'm feeling kind of feisty right now. I might have to go ahead and make some calls after this and catch up by the end of the day and be like, "Hey, Scott, I passed you tonight."
All right, there's your challenge for tonight.
No, it's all good. Listen, man, I got to let you get a little head start before I catch up.
Yeah, you do, because you came out of nowhere last month. You were like, "Hey, I'm at 14. By the way, I'm at 26. What?
Yeah, I know. It's insane, man. It goes in waves. Last week was a slow week. I did bring a new promoter on, which I'm working on him, and it's just it's so challenging. Like, people don't realize we work on our business, but then the moment we bring a promoter on, it's like you kind of put your business on the back burner and you put your team in front. And so it's basically you're babying them, making sure they hit their bonuses. So that's been a little bit of an adjustment. That week before, I didn't have nobody, so I was like, all me. And then you bring somebody on, you're like, all right, I'm gonna put myself on the back burner. And so now I'm like, all right, dude, you got to get going, man, because I'm Scott's kicking my you know what, so I got to catch up now. So I need you to run, so I'm going to run and find somebody else to run with me. So,
Well, again, thank you for jumping on. We're not going to be a super long meeting tonight, but there are some subjects that I would love your help in talking to the team and get everyone's feedback on. First and foremost, I think, you hit the nail on the head right there. As far as you have to put your business aside a little bit when you bring on new promoters. And the best thing you can do for your team is to teach them how to be leaders so they can do that themselves. So for instance, Aaron teaches his people to be leaders so when they bring someone on, they can do it themselves and not go, hey, Aaron, I don't know what to do next. So that's super important to do that down the line. I can teach my frontline people. Uh-oh, Colleen has gotten problems right now. So what do you think about that, Aaron?
That's a great question. What I've learned in this business is how to duplicate leadership. They call it layered leadership. I don't know who created that terminology, but for me, I love creating new leaders. I mean, if you think about it, if it's just you leading, it's going to be hard to help somebody else grow and lead their team. And next thing you know, they're going to be becoming a boss to their team instead of a leader with their team. So we've implemented a lot of layered leadership. I've been able to be extremely blessed and have people take the reins. Heck, I got people that do 3 or 4 times the amount of connection chats I do on a daily basis. Why? Because I showed them the way. I didn't let them. And I hope you guys heard me say connection chats, which Scott is like, all right, now I need to know what that is all about. We kind of pulled away from calls, believe it or not. I started using a lot more social media and technology, and it's allowed us to basically volumize, just explode our volume and limit our time and use our time wisely. So I have a lot of our team members now, they possibly do anywhere between 12, 15 connection chats a day, some of my leaders. And that's a lot. That's a lot of chats. Where me before, I was doing about 10 3-way calls a day. Now it's switched to where they're doing the chats and I'm doing less chats, but I'm doing more calls, more team lives, more videos, more training to help them duplicate and grow. So it's basically I'm handing the baton down. And how do they build their team and grow their team? By learning what it took me to get how I got where I'm at, showing them the way. Now, here's what I did. Now it's your turn to do the same work. And that's pretty amazing how our business works. The more you learn from the people above you and outside, sideline leaders, you're going to eventually start to grow. I will tell you guys, 4 years ago, when I started this journey, I didn't have a sponsor. And we didn't have calls and Zooms, and we didn't have any of this. I mean, there was literally two calls a week in Le-Vel, period. There wasn't Maria's Thrive Nation call. There wasn't a team call every hour on the hour. It was 2 calls a week. And so I was like a sponge. I would hop on every call known to mankind. And I'm like, are you doing a call? I don't know you, but let me hop on anyway. And I started learning from other leaders as time went on. And so what I did, I kept hearing layered leadership. You got to show your team how to lead. You can't do it for them. And that stuck to me. That's powerful because if you think about it, if you're constantly doing everything for you, for your team, and you're not available, chances are they're going to be stuck and they're not going to know how to lead their own team. And everybody that comes on board in Le-Vel, you are a leader. The moment you sign up and you hit VIP, Le-Vel's not you hit VIP with 4 customers. You hit VIP with 2 promoters and 2 customers. Therefore, you are a leader in your organization. So from the moment you come on board, I tell my team, you guys are all leaders. It's how you want to lead is the next question. Now, if you don't want to lead, you might want to be a customer and let your promoter help you get the product free, because that's basically what's going to happen at the end of the day. But I've been leaning more on layered leadership now more than ever before. So the moment I have a 4K that's like, Aaron, I want to hit 12K, I'm like, great, I'm going to show you the way. And the moment I have a 4K hit 12K, I'm like, great, now you are going to take reins of your team. I'm not going to be doing the calls and the chats for your team. I'm going to show you the exact way to what everything I've done with you, now you get to do with your own team. And so that shows them how to lead their team without me showing that, babying them and being on top of them anymore. I already went through that process. So I look at it this way in this business. A brand new promoter comes on board, what do? you hold their hands for the first 14 days or 30 days, right? So what happens after they hit 4K? Do you let their hands go and let them fly away? No, it goes to the next step of babying them. If somebody wants to succeed and take it to that next level of 12K, I'll show you the way. But it's a different kind of, and guys, when I say the word babying, I mean holding their hands, because that's what you should be doing with a brand new promoter. So once 4K to 12K, it's a whole nother ball game right then and there. It's like, now I'm going to show you how to be a bigger leader in this business and a part of our team so that you can duplicate the same exact effects that I've showed you. And what ends up happening, the moment you take a 4K to a 12K and you show them how to lead their team, then their new up-and-coming 4Ks want to do the exact same. And it's a trickle and it's a domino effect. Therefore, it makes your work easier. Instead of working harder, you're working smarter. And we've been doing that a lot more lately. I would say over the last 6 months, we've really been focusing on this. And I actually just picked it up this past month. I've been doing some experiments and showing my team, hey, this is exactly what you guys should be doing. Now, they're doing way more work than I'm doing in regards to the chats, but now I'm building their leaders. So I'm actually doing work for them. Instead of them having to worry about building leaders, I'm teaching their leaders while they're doing what I was doing once as a 12K, as a 40, as 80K. So it's all about duplication. It's all about showing your team, let me show you how to lead, because once you become a leader, guys, it never stops. There's not no, I'm a 200K, I ain't got nothing to do today. You actually work harder as a 200K than when you first start. It's amazing how that works, guys.
Aaron, if you could just touch on the connection chats and just for the rest of the team, you guys, the reason I brought Aaron in with us is he's been telling me about these connection chats for a couple of months now. And you all know Elise hammers the three-way calls, hammers. So I was torn between what works and what doesn't work. And I know I have not gotten three-way calls from most of the team. A lot of people tell me it's very difficult to get someone on a call. I don't disagree with that. And, you know, I hate that word. It's difficult. It's hard. Of course it's hard. If it was easy, everyone would be millionaires. But I feel like if we don't utilize the technology and we don't utilize the working smarter, not harder approach, then shame on us. And I brought Aaron on because I'd like him to touch on this connection chat a little more, and maybe we can try that with our team so I can help your new people build, as he was talking about, while you're making connections and building your team yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Honestly, it's been the biggest game changer for our business. I had hit that wall last year. I hit a wall where I couldn't get anybody to do a call. I mean, I couldn't get my team to get anybody on the phone. I would get calls and people would not answer. If you guys ever felt like that's been you before, where somebody's like, yeah, call me at 5 o'clock. I got you. And you get your hopes up. You're literally like staring at your schedule. It's like 4:59. Like, yeah, I'm about to get this person. Scott, I got them. They're going to get started. I'm so excited. And come 5 o'clock, you call them and you're like, they don't answer. And then you're like, well, hey, hold on, Scott, 1 second. I'm going to call them right back. And then they don't answer. What happens is mentally it defeats you. There's no running around it. You get so defeated from that. You're like, screw it, I'm done. I'm going to go watch Netflix. I'm going to go watch The Walking Dead. I don't care. I'm not doing no more work. That's what happens.
Cry, This Is Us.
Yeah, like, I'm going to go watch This Is Us. Like, I don't care. Listen, don't be messing with no crock pots. Anyway, but that happens. Like, all jokes aside, that happens to where you get to the point where you get defeated. And as leaders, instead of being like, oh, it's okay, we now have to tell them, all right, you got to move on. And we end up changing our focus. Instead of saying, hey, let's move on to the next person, it's easier said than done when they're defeated. So now you change your tone up, and now you're like, well, let's figure this out. So now all of a sudden, it went from a simple 5 o'clock p.m. call to now you have to talk to them for 30 minutes about it being okay. And if you think about it, after a while, you're wasting more time doing that than actually working the business, changing lives, introducing people to the Thrive experience. So for us, I watched this video, And I'll never forget it. I can't tell you who it was. I'll never forget watching this video. And they said, if you're not keeping up with technology, you're failing yourself, your business, and your team, and your future. And I thought to myself, I said, what does that even mean? Well, if you're not doing chats and you're not doing live videos and you're not getting in the zone with what's taking place, you are working your business from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when the era is changing and the times are changing. So either you're going to catch up to the times or the times is going to catch up to you. And I thought to myself, well, that's powerful stuff right there. Because literally I'm wasting so much time chasing people for a call. And nowadays people are so engaged on Facebook and social media to the point where they are literally wasting hours upon hours upon hours. And to get somebody on a call, it's getting even more challenging. I barely talk to my mom on a phone for like 5-10 minutes. I'm like, man, I want to go. I got to go. But I text my mom all day long. I'm like, man, mom, what you doing? It just is what it is, guys. And our society is programmed for using text messaging or Facebook messaging. It is changing. Nobody's picking the phones up anymore. So what are we going to do? Force an issue or force a call when you can literally make it easier? So the moment that Facebook added this microphone button on the messenger, it was like a complete game changer and everything opened up. And so, yeah, here's the deal. You want to share your voice. You don't want to be texting somebody your experience. But the moment this microphone option opened up on Messenger, you grab that messenger, you start going, hey, I'm so excited to talk to you about this Thrive experience. I've been on this Thrive experience for over 4 years now. They hear your passion, and they're like, man, listen, sign me up. This guy's on drugs or something. He's on something because he's too excited. But they hear my message. So I'm not chasing them down for a call, and neither is my promoter. And here's what makes it easier. And this is what I love. You can show this to your brand new promoter. This is all I need you to do. Add me in a chat and let me do the work. And shut your pie hole. I don't say it like that, guys. I would never text somebody like that.
I will say it like that.
You might say it like that. But I say, listen, don't worry about it. I got your back. And they listen to what you're saying. And they're like, how do I repeat or duplicate what you're doing? Just keep adding me and just listen to what I say. And believe it or not, I actually get more conversions off of a connection chat than a three-way call. And that sounds nuts. I mean, more conversions. I know that sounds crazy. You guys are probably like, how? How's that even possible? Well, here's the deal. If I'm not chasing them down for a call, my new promoter or existing promoter on our team is not chasing somebody down just to get ignored. They could throw them in a chat on Facebook in a three-way messenger, and eventually that person's going to listen to the message. Eventually they're going to get back to you. So here's the deal. How many times have you chased somebody down for a message, for a call, and you never hear from them? And then you never get them on the phone, and you're like defeated beyond words because you're like, man, that's my cousin. Yeah, family will not pick up the phone if you're trying to chase them down for something. But if you put them in a chat, they got no other option. They can see, you can see them looking in that chat. So it makes it even easier. Like, I see you, I know you're looking, but guys, I will tell you, it literally would take 5 or 6 minutes to add somebody in the chat, let your upline do all the work, and you will see how easy that is and realize, man, I could have been doing this a year ago. Here's the deal. It takes time in our business to evolve to the times that's happening. And like you said, Scott, at least it's about three-way calls. But if I can show you a way to make your business easier, then why not look at that option? Why not look at an option that's duplicatable? I will tell you, the moment we implemented chats, I literally was doing probably 30 to 40 chats a day. A week. And I was only doing 5 three-way calls in a week. 5. That's me alone. My team, same thing, 2 or 3 a week. But now we're averaging, I literally make sure I average minimum 4 or 5 chats a day, minimum. And that's a lot considering how many 12 kids I have on my team. And some of my team leaders, they're rocking 15 to 20 chats a day. They were never doing 15 to 20 three-way calls a week. So the volumes increase drastically. And so here's the deal. When you increase the activity, you're going to increase production. And when you increase production, you are changing more lives at a quicker rate. And once again, don't get me wrong, guys. You're going to have people that ignore you. But at the end of the day, if you share your message, they'll hear it. they will go back and listen to it. Let's say that they're at work and they can't hear the message at work. They will literally hop on after work and be like, oh, that's great. Sounds good. And here's what it does for you. It, for one, saves you time, so you're not chasing them down for a phone call. 2, it gets the message across. 3, you getting them started at a quicker pace than chasing somebody down back and forth, playing the whole phone game tag. And who wants to continue playing something that in our society right now, nobody's doing? Nobody's doing it no more. So that's what connection chats have done for us. Been a huge game changer, man. It's been phenomenal. The moment you do it, you're going to sit back and think, holy crap, I wish I would have did this a long time ago. It changes everything as long as your team is bought in. And I hope you guys are bought into this because it is something that's going to be a game changer for your business. Grab that microphone, practice some chats with each other and be like, whoa, this is it? This is all I got to do? This is all you got to do and watch your business explode.
I can tell you guys, Aaron told me this a few months ago, and I started implementing it with my customers as far as they're referred to. And I said, when you have anyone that's even remotely interested, you throw me in a chat and you say, Scott, this is my cousin Carolyn. Carolyn, this is the guy I was telling you about that knows about the Thrive stuff, and leave it alone. I will take care of the rest. And I can tell you in the last month, I've probably added 8 or 12 of those chats, and 6 of them have purchased just from that, because they don't feel intimidated. They don't have to answer right away. They'll look at it, go on with work, and then when they have a minute, they'll answer and they'll say, I'll get right back to you. Here, I have another question, and then they can go on with their day. With a phone call, people in their head think, oh, I need to just put this time aside. I have the kids. I have to make dinner. I have to do this. I don't have time for a call. Mm-hmm. But in a chat, they will make that time, even if it's just a couple minutes in and out throughout the day. So when you guys have someone that you need me to be on a call with or need to be on a chat with, or Kim or Crystal or whoever, just throw them in a chat and say, hey, Scott, this is my friend Laura. Laura, this is Scott. He's going to answer your questions with Thrive. And that's it. You don't need to call me anymore and say, are you available at 6 p.m. on such and such a date? Don't even bother with that. It's going to make it easier for all of us. And it helps me help you guys that much faster. Are you guys all on board with that? What do you think about that? Do you have objections? Do you have questions? Let's ask Aaron right now so we can keep moving and we can jump into this. I know Jamie thinks this is huge, which I agree. I think this is fast and it's more effective.
And Scott, you hit it right on the money with the customers. I was just reaching out to one of my customers. I'm trying to get her to Thrive for free because I want to catch up to you. But she was like, how do I do this? And I said, just put them in a chat with me. Here's the deal. Back in the day, when you were asking a customer to get their friend on a call, you think chasing your own prospect is one thing. Have fun chasing a customer's prospect. That is like nearly to mission impossible to get them to agree. And so now you're like, put them in a chat with me. And then they put you in the chat and they're like, oh, crap. I'll give you a great example. I got a new promoter. She signed up in January. I've been working on it. She was a customer. I connected her in the chat. I met her on the street. Complete stranger. She loved the product. Put her in a chat with another one of my promoters who's a woman. Next thing you know, she was like, I love this. I want to promote it, but didn't do anything. So today she messaged me. She goes, hey, I want to put you in the chat with my sister. She's ready to promote. And I'm like, heck yeah, let's go. So she put me in the chat, and then I ended up putting my friend in it because woman to woman, I was like, I feel like this is going to be a better connection. Now this woman's so excited. She's like, all I have to do is do these chats? Yeah. So it makes it even easier for somebody who doesn't necessarily have their hands all into the business. Now say, hey, I got somebody I want you to speak to. That person, even though that promoter 1 is not all in, maybe that person they're introducing, promoter 2, might be really all in, and they might be changing more lives than the person who got introduced in the first place. So that's another thing right there, guys. Sorry about that. My phone was dinging. That's another thing right there. It's duplicatable even for customers. A customer can duplicate. So imagine having 5 customers now thriving for free. That is increasing your PPA by 10. Next thing you know, you're like, Scott, where you at, buddy? I'm beating you. You got nothing on me. You know, like you're just nonstop dominating. And guys, here's the thing. Your goal, it's March 5th. Is to get your customers thriving for free. You got 26 days in a month, so here's a chance to now really change your outlook on customers. Work with them and get them in a chat and watch how easy it is. Say, hey, put me in a chat with some of your friends or family. Hey, let me show you what to post on Facebook. You're already on Facebook with them. So let me show you what to post. And that even opens up. You can't do that on the phone. Hey, let me show you what to post. You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. So you definitely can be able to open up everything and open up so many doors and opportunities to really explode your business.
I think it's amazing. The technology is definitely going to be put to use. I also feel, Aaron, let me know what you think about this. We're going to start doing, instead of our friends and family calls, which have been dismal at best, and that's not anyone's fault here, but no one wants to get on the phone. We know this. I feel like the Zooms are fun, and I feel like people might try a Zoom just to see what it's all about. Let's get a friends and family Zoom, and we can have fun with it, and we can give away free stuff. Sorry, free stuff.
As long as it's not both.
Sorry, kiddos.
Not both stuff.
Sorry, Rocco.
No both.
So yeah, we can give away stuff. We can make it fun. We can show them that Thrivers have a good time no matter what we do. You all know that. We all like the live the life you deserve. Like that's what we live. And I feel like that's part of the reason why some of us have quote unquote haters, because they're jealous and they don't know how to get where we're at. They don't know how we got where we're at. And when we try and tell them, they go, oh, I'm fine the way I am. No, you're angry because you're not fine, you know. And if we just show them in a meeting and talk face to face, they get to see us and see our excitement and see, hey, dude, we're just normal. We're just having fun. Well, maybe we're not normal, but we're just having fun. I think that might be good for them, you know. And they see other people asking questions and other people with excitement. It builds off of that. You build off that momentum. How do you feel about that, Aaron?
I'll actually switch it up for you guys and make it even more exciting. What we've done differently lately, and this is something I'm leaning on my team for because I literally haven't really had time to focus on it, and have a lot of leaders doing this for me, which I'm blessed, guys, by the way, because I can't express that enough. It takes a village to raise a kid, and it takes a village to raise me. But anyway, so I lean a lot on my team members, and they're doing, instead of Zooms, because Zoom's still a challenge to get somebody brand new on, but they're starting to do Facebook Live events, and to where different speakers go on every 5-10 minutes, and you can invite your friends, and your customers can invite their friends, and they can invite their friends, and so on and so on. And somebody can look for 5 or 10 minutes and look and then get out, and nobody ever know they're looking. Where with a Zoom, they're like, oh crap, you're seeing my face. I don't want you to see my face. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different. But I'm starting to work on that, lean on Facebook Live events. And that's another game changer right there. That's becoming huge in Le-Vel. You're seeing more 200K leaders and even VIP millionaires doing events all over social media. So I definitely yeah, we can actually go, Amy, we can go live on events now, believe it or not. They've changed that. I'm not sure when it got changed. That's why I'm still working on exactly mastering it. But it's been changed to where we could go live as long as you got to make sure you got your upline there. And it makes sense. I actually got invited to an Herbalife live event earlier today, and I was like, man, I feel like going in and just taking everybody. But and I got invited yesterday to an It Works event, and I'm curious on what they do. So I'm like, man, I'll go, I'll watch, I'll be your best friend. I don't care. At the end of the day, you're gonna want to come over here anyway. But it's always good to learn from others. If you guys ever get invited to another company's event, don't be like, oh, no, I'm not going. Screw you. My company's better. My products are better. Go and learn and see what they're doing, and then come back and implement it to your own business and build that relationship. Hey, I went to your event. You want to come to mine? And then you got a better product, you got a better company, you got a better testimony. And so you never know. You might invite that friend that invited you, and they're like, hey, tell me a little bit more about that $1,600 auto bonus because I don't get nothing over here. It happens, guys, all the time. You'd be surprised. That's exactly how you see some of these network marketers come to Le-Vel because they see somebody invited them. They got invited to their event, and they turn around and invited them to their event, and next thing you know, they're coming on board. So that's another I gave you guys an awesome tip. I know Zoom is great for team training. I wouldn't necessarily do it for an event because once again, people are like, I don't want to say, I don't know how to block you. I don't want you to see my craziness. But they'll go all day long and watch a Facebook event all day long. And you guys could switch it up, have different people sharing. You can even have customers go on there and share as long as you make sure they don't say any medical claims because the moment they do, you got to delete the event. But the moment they do, you just got to delete the video, etc. But you can even switch it up to where you have customers sharing their experience and kind of walk them through sharing it. But boom, there you go. That's a great tip for you guys to really take your business and use social media to another level.
On that same token, Aaron, Kim and I were noticing when we've been driving around here in Florida anyway, and I know you guys have it up north, man, I feel bad for the It Works people because, and I hate to just smash one company, but I'm doing it in private here with all of you guys. They drive some hoopties. I am blown away by the number of It Works like magnets and stickers on the back. Like I would not advertise my car on my company on some of these vehicles. No wonder people look at us and go, whoa, like we're driving Benzes and BMWs and like high-end cars. And they got like an old Escort with rust bucket holes in it. And It Works slapped on the back.
You know, it's sad, Scott, but in reality, the truth is it is what it is. Like those companies, they don't have auto bonuses. I've learned a lot about different companies lately. I'm a big believer in learning about other companies. So you can actually share what excites you about yours. Because you never want to go to somebody like, yeah, my auto bonus is $1,600. And they turn around and say, mine's is $24. Thanks for sharing me. You don't want to look like a fool doing that. And then you're like, crap, I just put my foot in my mouth, insert foot in mouth, or, hey, your company doesn't have an auto bonus, but their company just launched one. You don't know that. So it's always good to be a student of the game. I look at this business as it's basically, it's my life. It's my career. It's my business. And we have outside, basically, I don't even want to say competitors, but you got to know what's happening out there. You can't stay in your box and think, unicorns and rainbows in Le-Vel and nothing else is happening outside. Because how are you going to bring somebody outside if you don't know what's happening? If you don't know their structure, if you don't know their business entity? Think about it. Apple knew what Microsoft was doing. It wasn't like Apple was stuck in their box like, we're going to do all this. No, they knew what Microsoft was doing. Just like Samsung and Apple phones, they feed off of each other because they know what each other's doing. And if that wasn't the case, then they would not be so similar in products. And so it makes sense. Like the moment Apple iPhone drops, Samsung drops 2 months later. Like, we got you. We saw what you guys did. We're going to raise the bar. So think about it. You think people are not looking at Le-Vel saying, we saw what you guys did. We're going to do the same. There's other companies out now dropping auto bonuses. Yeah. It is not as good as Le-Vel, but now Le-Vel came back and said, ha, that was cute. That's funny. I dropped $1,600 on you guys. Let's see you guys catch up. So here's the deal. The moment you start to realize, get out of that box and get out of that comfort box, you definitely got to get out, guys. I'm going to tell you something right now. Nothing good comes inside that comfort zone. I promise you that. The moment you get out of that, it is like a whole brand new world. And you're like, oh, man, this is a whole other world. I didn't realize that there's actually unicorns outside my box. So you got to get out of that comfort zone, and you'd be surprised making friends with other people, learning about their business. We actually, give you a great example. One of my team members just recruited 2 people from 2 different companies. And how she did this was pretty phenomenal. I'm like, girl, show me your ways, young Jedi. I want to know what you're doing. But she learned about their company and learned their struggles. When you learn about somebody's struggles and can comfort their struggles, then you can show them there's a better way. Because a lot of people get in their mindset, the grass isn't always greener, But in reality, the grass is a lot greener somewhere else. And the grass over here is pretty damn green if you ask me. Get on the products for free. Don't have to invest money the way other companies want you to invest money. You get these order bonuses. You get these lifestyle getaways. You get a chance, opportunity to go on a yearly convention and party with Lenny Kravitz. That doesn't even happen, guys. Nobody does that in this industry. But watch. Guarantee, Scott, watch. Other companies are like, crap, we got to get musicians now because of what Le-Vel just did. We continue to be like, if you're a Droid user or iPhone user, we continue to set the bar and other people are trying to follow up. And we continue to do that month in and month out. So definitely get out of your comfort zone.
Awesome. Thanks, Aaron. I really appreciate it. Guys, we're in about 35 minutes here. I don't want to take up too much of Aaron's time, but I do want to open it up in case anyone has any questions. I'd like to ask the man a question or two.
Yeah, ask away. I actually blocked it out for an hour, so definitely
Nice.
don't feel like you guys can't ask away. I didn't.
Oh, well, then let's go on to another thing. No, I'm just kidding. Aaron and I had a discussion on what we want to talk about, and he just slammed through everything. So if you guys need to go back on anything, how about the teaching the team, being a leader, holding hands? You guys all know what, those of you that have been with me for a while, I held everyone's hand far too long, and it caused a huge problem. And it's not anyone's fault but mine, because I didn't feel like everyone had the skill that you already did have to lead your own team, which I found out when we moved. Everyone got angry. We kind of fell apart. And then all of a sudden, the leaders come out of nowhere because, well, fuck, Scott's gone. And you guys all did it, right? So you had it in you. You just had to use it. You had to know that you needed it and you used it. So we don't want to do that to our teams, obviously. You guys want to make sure that they're confident and they know you can do this. When they're ready, go, fly, kick them out the nest. And you guys all have some leaders building on your teams. I know you do. I know Colina's got someone real excited. We're gonna have to get up real early now because our team's expanded into Australia. And
Fun times.
I'm gonna do the whole group chat thing.
Yeah,
I'll get her in a chat with you.
we're gonna make it happen. But
Yeah.
but she's very excited, and we want to build on that momentum before she loses that excitement. You guys, the momentum is such a huge thing. If you've got someone that's even remotely interested in Thrive and you don't jump on it, chances are they're going to second guess. They're going to hear some bad story to change their mind. It could be anything, or they could have some financial issues that come up and go, ooh, Thrive's not in the budget now. It was 3 days ago, but you didn't call me back. I've had that happen 100 times. I know all of you guys have had that happen. So momentum, once that excitement is built, use it, grab it, and take hold of it and move with it.
I want Aaron to talk about the importance of duplication from the get-go, because I know I've had some struggles with, people thinking that there's a better way or an easier way for them to do it. And then they try and do it their way and they kind of fail miserably. And Scott did it in the beginning. And I did it in the beginning because, you think that you know better and you think that there's a better way, but maybe you can shed some light on that, of how important it is to, use these steps and go through it. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And, guys, I will tell you, I'm pretty sure I probably was worse than Scott when I started, because there was no men in Le-Vel. There was no men. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. The only guy that was in Le-Vel was Mike Page, and he was on a different leg. And then next thing you know, he brings on Casey Carter and Chris Collins and Rodney Foster, but there was no guys on Maria's team, none whatsoever. So when I started, I was that hard-headed guy. And me and Mario always joke about this. She always says, imagine if you didn't listen to me when you first started, right? Where would you be at now? And I'm like, yeah, I know I'd be at. I'd be still working at the 8-to-5 job I was miserable at. And I'm very thankful. I didn't know this woman from the other side of town. I didn't know her at all. But she took time to share with me what works. So stop thinking I knew it all, because I felt like I did. I was like, I'm a personal trainer. I know more than you about health and wellness. I know more about supplementation. She's like, I don't care how much you know about this product, but if you don't know how to share it, it doesn't mean squat. And that's the truth. So it's the moment I started learning about what she was saying, she would say, get 100 accounts. I'm like, for what? She said, just do it. Don't ask questions.
Hold on, buddy. You said something that's very, very powerful. We have people on this team that want to know everything about the product. And that's a great thing if you do know, but that comes in time, guys. You need to know how to share the product before you even need to know about the product. That's the simple fact.
I'll tell you one thing I learned, and I tell this to my new promoters when they say that to me, I want to know everything about the product. I said, the only thing you need to know is how to share the product effectively. Here's the deal. At the end of the day, there's always going to be stuff that comes up, and time is going to give you that knowledge that you need. But for the most part, people don't care what's inside a product like you think they do. They really don't. They just want to know how you feel and how it's going to make them feel. What is this product going to do for me? Not, hey, what does Garcinia Cambogia mean? What is that going to do for me? Like, they don't want to know about all that. And in reality, some people ask harder questions, but that doesn't mean that you need to know every single ingredient inside of Thrive Experience. You don't. You just need to know how to share it with others and share that passion with others daily, day in and day out. That's what you need to know how to do. Of course, do you need to answer certain questions? But that's what your leadership is there for. They've heard those questions before. They're going to be able to answer those questions. If they don't have the answer, I guarantee they'll reach up and get the answer from somebody else. And so it makes it easier from you guys. And hey, once you hear that answer, you're like, great, I heard this answer before. There's going to be a time, guys, when you won't have an answer. But here's the deal. You'll find it from somebody else, or you'll go on your back office and ask support a question, and they'll answer it for you. So that's always going to be the case. You don't need to be a product expert. You need to be a sharing expert. And the moment you become a sharing expert, your business explodes. But if you try to be a product expert, you're not sitting behind a counter at GNC trying to sell people supplements. You are sharing a product that they need in their life, not a product that they're trying to buy from you. I shared this on a video yesterday, Scott, and I'm going to share this with your team. One of the biggest things I see people struggle with in this business, especially with Le-Vel, is people sell their products. They don't sell themselves. And that's where sharing comes into place. If you're sharing how amazing you feel, and you're sharing what this product has done for you and what it can do for somebody else, they're going to buy you over what you're selling all day long, day in and day out. But if you're sharing, hey, listen, get on Thrive, it's going to give you this, you're going too in depth with the product details. Just share what it's done for you. People will buy you over what you sell all day, any day. The moment I started learning that, that's when my business changed, because I stopped sharing about pictures on graphics. Hey, Le-Vel's Thrive Experience does, energy, mood, weight. I stopped doing that. I'm like, what the hell am I even doing? Because they look at it and they move on. That's great. I don't need no weight loss. That's great. I don't need energy. I drink coffee. They don't need to know. They just need to know what it can do for them. And that's where sharing comes into place. And the more you share about how you feel, the easier it's going to be to get somebody on board. But the less you share how you feel, and you're too busy trying to be a product expert, or you're trying to sell the product instead of sharing the product, that's when you're going to run into that brick wall. And people don't join companies. They join people. That's as real as it gets, guys. They don't look and say, I'm going to join Le-Vel. It looks fun over there. They're joining you because of your lifestyle. They're looking at your pictures. They're looking at your videos. They're looking at your excitement. They're like, I want to join them because I am miserable over here. I am tired over here. I am struggling over here. This coffee ain't working like it said it was supposed to work. And my team and my upline now sport's not helping me. They're not going to be like, let me go Google and join Le-Vel. They're going to join you at the end of the day. And guess what? You are attached to Le-Vel. They're joining you, guys. There's no running around that. So that's what makes your business explode. That's what's going to take your business to that next level, sharing how you are, going on Facebook and saying, man, I feel amazing today. Today's a good day. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you're happy. And happy Monday to everybody that's going to the 9 to 5 that's not happy at their job. Talk to me later. Like stuff like that.
And what didn't you say in that sentence, in that post?
Anything about Le-Vel will thrive. It's all about traction marketing. I've really been a big fan of it. I've been a big advocate of it. I've spoken to you, Scott, about it a lot more lately. I've been preaching it to my team. And it's funny because the team members that are exploding on my team, you couldn't even tell, like literally they get message after message after message. Hey, what company are you with? What products do you promote? And message after message after, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I would have did this 4 years ago, but I didn't know. I did not know about this 4 years ago. Now, 4 years later, I literally get message after message. I had one lady this morning message me and she was stalking my Facebook and she could not figure out what I was doing. She goes, what is it that you do? And I'm like, we could talk about that at a different time. I don't need to rush it. Let me build that relationship with you. I want you to see my life before you see what I do. I want you to see my lifestyle before you see what I promote. Because you're going to buy into my lifestyle before you buy into the product. And that's when you get those customers. That's when you get those promoters that they're joining you and not joining the company that you represent. So,
you guys, he's telling you all this because he and I had a discussion the other day, and he was trying to help me out and tell me to chill because I got on it was the end of February. I was getting desperate. I had a bad month in February. I didn't tell you guys, my PPA went down to 3, and I haven't been a 3 in like a year, and I didn't know what to do, and I was pushing. I became a salesman. I was thrive, and I did the posting of the pictures, and here's what it'll do for you, and you need to join me, and here's what you can earn. It was all BS, and I didn't get one person from it, and I stopped doing it. If you guys will look, I rarely say anything about Le-Vel and or Thrive on my posts, and 6 people in 5 days. 6 new full customer orders, not just a Pro Bar, not just DFT, not just one product. These are full lifestyle tone pack plus DFT orders because they're like, I want to feel like that. And the before and afters are great. But I'll tell you this, if there's Thrive on there, people are going to go, bull.
So here's what you have to think about too. All of those people that you know, that have known you for a long time, they already know what you do.
Right, Jamie.
So think about the new relationships that you're building. Do you want them to see thrive? No, you don't. You want them to see you, and
They'll just unfollow you.
You want them to see your life. So actually, I'm going to be changing my bio after this Zoom. Thanks.
Well, I will tell you, I mean, literally, since I changed my approach, it's been just an amazing, fun. I've been having more fun with it. Scott, you hit it on the money. We get desperate. There comes times where we get desperate and like, let me go. And I made a dumb post yesterday in a network marketing group, and I was like, what the hell? And it wasn't because I was desperate. I'm like, I got to do more posts in these groups. And I thought to myself, I was like, that's the stupidest you know what I think I've seen in a long time. And I actually was mad at myself for posting it. But here's the deal. You learn, right? You fall, you get back up. You put your hand on the stove and you get burned and you're like, I put my hand there again. So you're not going to make the same dumb post. And it was literally the next day I made a better post and got more acknowledgement. And now I think I added like 10 strangers to my Facebook today. And it's still maybe even more. I couldn't even keep track. I'm like, holy crap, I got all these people hopping in my messenger. I don't know them. They don't know me, but they're about to. And that's the fun part. I have fun in this business, sharing, but also looking for new relationships to build and looking for my next rock star, looking for my next 12K and 40K and beyond. I will tell you guys, I've actually built 2 12Ks and I'm building a 4K that is in Australia, and I met him in a group. I met him in one of these groups, and he's my next 12K rock star. Met him in one of these groups, and it's just all about relationship building. Now he's taken off with this whole network marketing, and he's doing way better than I'm doing. And hey, I'm not mad. I'm like, let's go. It's fun when you're seeing other people winning and succeeding, but you showed them that way. You said, let's stop doing what you've been doing. You're stuck, you're posting, you're spamming. Let's change it. Let's change it. Because Facebook's changing, so we got to change with it. And here's the deal, guys. Facebook is changing. I'm telling you this right now. If you don't think it's changing, there's a reason why your likes are getting less and your comments are getting less. because Facebook is taking your post and hiding it from your network. So I guarantee if you make a post about Thrive, I guarantee the only people that's going to like it are Thrivers. I guarantee you take a post about your family, about your house, about your living, and your likes and comments are going to skyrocket. Why is that? Because Facebook's like, we already know. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. They already know what looks spammy and what doesn't. And so now,
first and foremost, guys, do not put your URL anymore.
Oh,
don't. Because it's gone. Only Thrivers will see it. I will guarantee you that. And even if, like, I was doing it on my Instagram posts that would come over to Facebook, and then they would grab that information, even though it came from Instagram. So I can't even do it on Insta anymore. So just be really careful with how you're doing it. This is targeted marketing, and that's what we need to be. No more shotgun approach. I'm trying to be PC here because there's children.
Don't throw stuff at the wall and see if it sticks, because it's not. It's obviously not sticking, and it's not working. So definitely.
And it's okay to change. And definitely if you're gonna copy and paste, make sure you do it differently, or use your own wording, or don't, whatever you do, never share a post that is a good post. Like if you see somebody's great before and after picture, the moment you share it, nobody sees it. Take it your own. I mean, you got this amazing button on your phone called a screenshot. It's the craziest thing in the world. You can screenshot a photo, chop it up, and make it your own. And I guarantee you'd get more acknowledgement. I do it all the time. Listen, half these people that are posting these amazing transformations, I don't know who they are, but they're all my buddies. Bunch of buddies. I don't even know. Man, this girl Catherine is cool as can be. Don't even know her. About to share her picture though. And I do it all the time, guys. I'm not even joking with you. I literally would take somebody's post and be like, man, Catherine got a badass before and after picture. And I'll crop it and I'll look it all pretty and I'll make some nice posts and I'll share it away. The moment you click that share button, your network will not see it. And not only that, I'm going to tell you another tip that people don't realize. Your network might see it and they might like the person that you shared it from. And next thing you know, somebody else is thriving and then thriving from somebody else's organization. That happens more times than you realize. So that's another thing right there you do not want to do. I can't tell you how many times I've lost somebody like that. I've gained somebody like that. Yeah, I don't know. I saw your picture somewhere. I want to get started. I'm like, are you signed up for a free account? No, I'm not, but I want to get started. Well, let's go. I don't know who you are. It happens, but I've also lost as well, thinking that, let me share this. And like a dum-dum, somebody else was like, oh, great. I'm going to reach out to that person because that woman looks amazing. You just don't know, guys. It happens.
I got a funny story about that, and I told the team about this. It was a couple months ago. I've got some creeper-ass friends from New England, and Jamie, not you. Now, you guys all know Michelle King and I are good friends. We talk a lot. Aaron's very good friends with Michelle. So she had some really good posts, and I shared a couple of them in 1 week. So I got all these guys, single guys, adding Michelle as friends. And I'm looking, I'm like, every time she posts something, these guys are commenting on her stuff. And I go, something's not right here. And Michelle sends me a message. She goes, this guy's been your friend for a long time, and he's asking me about Thrive. And I go, that's interesting because he signed up for a free account. He's sampled from me, and he keeps saying I'm ready to buy. And he tells Michelle, I don't know anything about it. Let me sign up for a free account under you. And she was working him. She was ready to do a three-way call with him. So that's how these people are. And I'll tell you this, and I hate doing this because it's the truth. Guys are pigs, and if you got single guy friends, they are going to go wherever the pretty girls are. I'm telling you, they have zero loyalty to you. And you girls, there's always someone that's going to come along prettier, and they're going to go, oh, let's look at her. The guys are horrible, and I don't see it as bad with the women. Well, not all of them. I don't see it as bad with the general women, but Aaron's right. Keep your network tight. You guys should know who you can trust and who you can't. And if there's someone, that you're unsure, ask him, ask me, ask somebody. Say, hey, is this person cool? That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. Scott, anything you wanted me to touch on before we hop off here?
No, I think we're good. Anyone got a question? Raise a hand. They're good, brother.
Everybody's good. Yeah, guys, if you ever need any questions, please feel free. If you want, I shared the video. It's actually on my fan page because Facebook won't even show that unless you're on there and you like it. But it's a really good video, and it explains why not to really, spam your newsfeed anymore. And it goes into more depth on some of the ideas. And there was a lot of 200Ks that shared it with their team. So if you guys want to check that video out, I didn't make it on my personal page. I made it on my other page because I do more business content on there and I kind of separate the two. But you definitely want to, if you want to know a little bit more and it gets in more depth, about 20 minutes long, check that video out. If we're not friends on Facebook, I'm actually maxed out right now. You can definitely follow my Facebook. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. If it takes me some time to reach back out to you, not I'm ignoring you. Sometimes I don't see messages. They go to my filtered inbox and I'm like, oh crap, I didn't see this for like 5 months. My bad. Hopefully all is well and you got that question answered. But
I can send you guys links too. It's all good.
Yeah, definitely watch that video. I was surprised the turnout about it. I was like, oh man, that turned out much better than I thought because I just went off the top of my head of what I felt in my heart needed to be shared. And it hit a lot of thrivers. A lot of thrivers got a lot of benefit from it because we get stuck in that mold of share, spam, and then you see no duplication at all. And you can't expect your brand new promoter to do that. It just doesn't work. It's much easier to say, hey, share your experience than it is to say, hey, spam away. Because then they're going to do that and they're going to get nowhere and they're going to quit. And so you want to keep them going and keep that excitement going. So just figured I'd go and I'll share that with you guys. And Scott, appreciate you guys. I definitely appreciate both of you. Appreciate you, Kim. Thank you guys so much for asking.
Brother.
Thanks.
So absolutely, anytime, man. All right, love you guys.
Thank you guys all for zooming in tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as we did, and we will see you guys soon. Take care.
Night, guys.